What did it feel like to you, buddy?
Yeah, we had to work really hard to get this one. I think we're known for game one that we lose, so we're trying to make a point. But that's only one. We got 3 more to go.
Why was it important to you, and what was your mentality?
Amazing. He got us going. Without him, we'll probably be down 20 in the halftime. So he had us going. So I had to help him in the second half a little bit.
But Kyrie is another level of offense and another level of knowledge and another level of one-on-one.
Yeah.
Kyrie walks around with the Kobe spirit. I don't know if you feel that.
Yes.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah. You got a lot of, if you know what you're looking at, you know what you're looking for, you'll see a lot of being in Kyrie right now. He's calm, he's confident, he's leading. He ain't got a bunch of extra stuff with him. He's been about basketball. I love his piece. I see him walking around with the vibration drum.
I'm proud of him, man.
Last night, Luka and Kyrie Irving absolutely took over this game. It was basically a tale of two halves. Kyrie Irving dominating the first half, and then Luka coming out here and putting up an amazing effort in the second. I mean, you look at what Kyrie did in this first half, and you will be amazed. And in this video, I kind of wanted to break down some film and show you exactly how the Dallas Mavericks won this game, their biggest runs, and how good defensively they were as well. Got to give a big shout out to not only Kyrie and Luka, both guys not known for their defense, but this offseason, they put in the work. And now over the last couple of months, dude, they have been some of the best defenders in the game. Okay? We're going to break down some film. Before we do that, make sure you guys comment down below your record series prediction. Who do you think wins in how many games? And with that being said, let's break down how the Dallas Mavericks stole game one. Now, one of the scariest things about Kyrie Irving, as you see him down here in the corner, is his off-ball movement, right? We know Kyrie is one of the best ball handlers in the NBA, but really what he does off the ball is just as important, especially in a game like this where they put a guy like Jaden McDaniels on you. That is tough to score against, strictly because of his length, his versatility, and his ability to stay in front of the opposition, right? Now, this play specifically, we're going to see Derrick Jones post up, kind of lose the handle momentarily as it comes out to the left side of the floor. But watch how Jaden McDaniels is ball watching. The worst thing about NBA teams nowadays is that people or players, they get so focused on the basketball, where it is, where it's going. You need to focus on your defender, right? Or your offensive player that you're guarding. And again, on this play specifically, you see him kind of just ball watching, which tells Kyrie, okay, right when he bites, I'm just going to go, right? You hit that back end cut and you see what you can do. But another scary thing about Kyrie is his ability to stop on a dime and just make things happen, right? So boom, you get a little bit of a stagger by Jaden McDaniels, and boom, right at that point in time, you already lost. Kyrie's perfect timing, great back end cut, and then boom, the ability to stop on a dime. Unbelievable, right? Because you have Rudy Gobert, the defensive player of the year, right there. So you don't really have too much room to work with, but his ability to catch, stop on a dime in a matter of a split second, and then put the shot up, dude, what a play here by Kyrie Irving. And that's just one of many of this first half. Now, this right here might be the toughest thing to stop in the NBA. The high pick and roll with either Kyrie or Luka, right? They're very dynamic. They can give each other breaks here and there in terms of who is going to be the main ball handler, right? But they also set screens where, Luka's the main ball handler, and then Kyrie comes over and sets a screen. You know how hard it is to stop this play specifically? The Pacers run the exact same thing, but imagine it with Luka and Kyrie instead of Tyrese Halliburton. Yeah, it is absolutely deadly. But the main thing to stop, or the main thing that's tough about stopping this play, is the weak side rotation, but also as a big man, what do you do in this situation, right? You can either drop into his zone coverage, or you can bite up and hedge over the top. You're trying to stop Kyrie. But what that does is allow Derek Lively to, boom, cut into the paint, basically wide open, and cause these guys, these weak side, strong side defenders, to rotate in and help out. But then you leave the corner. So it is just so tough to stop a play like this. Now let's watch what Kyrie does on this one exactly. So boom, we get that high pick and roll, right? And as a defender, needs to rotate over, or not rotate over, but get over this screen. As Rudy Gobert, he can do one of two things, right? Step up or drop back into his drop zone. What he does here is a drop zone. Their main priority is going to be, protecting the paint and not allowing Derek Lively to catch 15 lobs easily, right? You also see Karl-Anthony Towns, right? He's going to stagger over and just bring in some extra hands. Kyrie doesn't even notice it, doesn't even care. He's going to fake a little bounce pass here to Derek Lively, and then watch again. Boom, stops on a dime. Do you know how difficult that is to stop when you're Rudy Gobert? Backpedaling as well, trying to stop the lob and trying to stop Kyrie. It puts them in the toughest situations possible. And then the elite finishing ability by Kyrie. I mean, good luck. You really need to decide what you're going to do if you're Minnesota. And if you ask me, I think the main thing you have to do here is, strictly double team off the screen. Send Rudy Gobert up, right? Have Mike Conley rotate over momentarily as, Rudy can get back into play, or I don't know what you're going to do, but they're so smart because they leave these guys in the corner, the Josh Greens, the Lukas in the corner, right? That way, Karl-Anthony Towns isn't allowed or isn't able to fully drop back into the paint because his man is at the top of the key, which basically eliminates him from being in this. I mean, dude, their setup, their strategy is so smart, so smart. Got to give a big shout out to Jason Kidd in this offense. Guys, also, I know this might be weird because I'm putting this in a random part of the video, but make sure you guys go follow my Twitch. I will be live reacting to the next game. You can find the link in the description, or it is just Matty Dubs with 3 S's. Go check it out. We'll be live for the next game, reacting to the game too. So please go follow. Let's get it going, and let's get back to the video. Alright, there are 2 plays I want to go over really quickly here. I don't want to spend too much time because it's probably going to be a really long video. I don't mind doing that. Comment down below how long do you want these videos to be, because I can make them like 20 minutes and do a full breakdown of the game. I usually stop at like 12 to 15. Let me know in the comments down below, but also hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, join the family. It's free, it doesn't cost anything, and we will be covering the Dallas Mavericks throughout the entirety of the playoffs. Even if they make the finals, we got you guys covered. Join the family, doesn't cost anything, and let's jump back into the video. Now, on this play, it looks like we're going to get a kick over here to Kyrie, a skip pass here to Kyrie from Derek Lively, and he's going to act like he's going to go around that screen, and you see just momentarily, Anthony Edwards kind of overcommit to guarding that screen. Once he gets that left pivot foot down, trying to go over that screen, boom, Kyrie does an amazing job. Again, stopping on a dime, re-changing his direction, and now nobody's over on this left side besides Naz Reid. And again, Naz Reid can't really help out too much because PJ Washington is such a good corner shooter. Despite him only shooting 2 for 8 in this game, he's still, you gotta respect it down there. Kyrie drives in. You get the weak side rotation here by Nickeil Alexander-Walker, who is going to, quite frankly, just leave, Josh Green wide open in the corner, which is something you can do at times. Josh Green is a good shooter, but not the most consistent in the world. So again, how is Kyrie going to go through this situation? Now you have basically a triangle of defenders here on you, right? He's going to pump fake that left. Oh my, that's stupid. It is stupid, the things that he does. Pump fake the left, go with the crazy little sky hook with the right, and get it to go, right? And not only that, but then you talk about this play as well. Look at this one. So boom, we have pretty much everyone on the right side of the floor here. He's just going to use this screen from Derek Lively. Boom. And Derek Lively does such a good job, setting that initial screen and continuing to move in front of Anthony Edwards. Just making this so tough for Edwards to get back into this play, and now forcing a one-on-one with Naz Reid, who is such a good rim protector. But when you're going up against Kyrie, good luck, right? Look at this finish. And 1. Sound dumb. I don't know how he does it, but he does. The man's just different. Okay, wait 1 second. If you guys love winning money and getting free money, you guys need to go check out Underdog Fantasy. Not only are they giving away free money for first-time depositors, if you deposit $500, they're going to give you 50% of that free. Basically, $250 free to your account, right? If you deposit 100, they'll give you 50. If you deposit 200, they'll give you 100 free. They are giving you an insane discount, as well as if you sign up right now, they're going to give you a free play on day 1. What that means is, for example, Jason Tatum over half a point, right? Or they'll do Donovan Mitchell over half a point. They're going to give you some of the easiest bets in the world. Go sign up right now. Code is in the description. Use my code MattyDubs. Or not only do they have pick'ems where you can play through literally anybody, any team for the NBA. Look at all these picks you could go through, right? Look at them. Even tomorrow's picks. But also, They have MLB, if you like MLB. They have NHL, if you want to be in the NHL playoffs. WNBA, FIFA, golf, soccer, tennis, League of Legends. I don't know if you guys want to bet on some League of Legends, right? Esports, UFL. Guys, they have everything that you can think of. Go check it out. And they have live drafts as well for fantasy. This app is next level. Go sign up, use my promo code. Let's get right back to the video. All right, here is another outstanding play here by the Dallas Mavericks. We're still in the beginning of the second quarter. This might be a long video. But what I love about this play here is we're going to set a screen up top. Basically just a give screen, and we're going to see Luka come off it. So boom, Dante Exum going to hand it off here. He's going to come around him after setting a screen, and then we're going to get a go screen here by Daniel Gafford. This is something that we really need to pay attention to here. Let me just play it a little bit so we can see a little bit what happened. So boom, right away, we're going to see a little bit of Mike Conley dropping back into a little bit of a drop zone, making sure he stays on Dante Exum. Jay McDaniels does not want to switch at all. That's something that's trying to prioritize in this series, getting over screens and not switching everything because you'll be toast, right? So boom, Jay McDaniels is going to try to fight over this screen. And you're going to try to get around. Now, what this second screen does here by Daniel Gafford, the ghost screen, which basically means he's not actually going to set a screen. He's going to fake like he is, and then he's going to boom into the paint, right? Now, what this does is force Rudy Gobert to make a decision, right? If he doesn't step up here, Luka's going to have a wide open three off the second screen from Daniel Gafford. So he actually steps up, hedges over, and then instead of setting this screen here by Gafford, he's going to roll to the basket. Now watch how effective this actually is, right? When you can fake your defender and Rudy Gobert thinking that you're actually going to set this screen, Daniel Gafford does such a good job, side-eyeing this, noticing, okay, Rudy Gobert stepping up, let me go. And now, what do we get? We get the switch that they didn't want. Daniel Gafford is now on Mike Conley, getting into the paint. You draw two here from Luka, and now the T-Wolves are in such a terrible position. They have two defenders right here, but you also have a corner three, you have a top of the key three, and you have a mismatch in the paint. This is the worst thing you can see, especially when Luka is handling the basketball. He always makes the right play. Great find, wide open, nobody's there. Good luck. Okay, here's another really smart play here by Luka. So what we're going to do here is we're going to come up and set a screen if you're Derek Lively, okay? So we're going to come up here and wall off Anthony Edwards. But what Luka notices here is Karl-Anthony Towns, instead of playing in that drop zone, is actually going to step up and he's going to hedge over as well, right? So watch how this play breaks down here. We're going to get this Derek Lively screen. And right when Luka realizes, okay, Karl-Anthony Towns is actually going to double me off this screen, he says to himself, okay, well, I don't really want to be doubled. So Derek Lively, get out the play. Let me actually ISO this, okay? So boom, he says, Derek Lively, no, we're good. Just get out of here, right? Let me ISO. Okay, so he notices that they're going to double team off the screen, and instead of getting the screen, caught in the double team, and getting a chain reaction of maybe passes that could lead to points or maybe could not lead to points, a turnover, he's just going to say ISO. Now, the good thing about this is when you ISO a guy like Anthony Edwards, it's going to tire him out more, right? And we all know how good of a player Anthony Edwards is offensively, but when you can tire him out with him on Kyrie, with them on Luka, do you know what it does to him, right? You can see in that fourth quarter, the man was just tired. And it was because of these things right here. Let me ISO, let me go at him, and let me show him I'm not scared of you. Luka, boom, draws that body contact, throws up the shot, and gets it to go. Again, just good decision making. Now, I also want to give Derek Lively a lot of credit as well because he is a guy that's extremely underrated in him and Daniel Gafford, right? Because they're asked to do so much. They have to set a screen on every play, and then they have to realize what they're doing next, right? Now, this play specifically, again, we're going to get this high pick and roll. Again, guys, they do it almost every single time. It's just so hard to stop. So, boom, you get a high pick and roll here. And then he's going to drive to the basket, right? And what we notice here very quickly off the screen is they're actually going to send Naz Reid and they're going to double team basically at half court, okay? Now, when you do this, you see this a lot in Cleveland with the Cavaliers and Jared Allen, Evan Mobley, high pick and roll. And then we're going to dish it into our cutting center. And he's going to have to make a play, right? He's either going to have to kick it out to the corner. He's got to read and react. So now they're trying to force Derek Lively to be that playmaker, that passer, right? Now, this play is not designed for him to score. It's kind of designed for him to collapse the defense here in Towns and Kyle Anderson, right? And then make a read off those defenders. Now, but it doesn't mean he can't score off it. Great pass here, bounce pass. And now you have Nasri trying to get back into the play, right? Okay, so now what do we notice here? Towns crashing in. Everyone's ball watching, right? Every single person's ball watching. Derek Lively drives into the paint. But watch this move by Derek Lively. He could easily kick this out to Derek Jones. And then, you know, he could draw Edwards. And then, boom, you can swing it to Kyrie. You could do so many different things on this exact play. But he surrounds the defense with them. And then, boom. Oh, who was expecting that from Derek Lively? Listen, you got to give this boy so much credit because he just made Karl Towns look stupid. He just made this boy look foolish. Great play by Derek Lively. Give that boy some credit in the comments down below for sure. Now, the craziest thing about Luka is he's not a great catch and shoot player, right? Now, don't get me wrong. I mean, his biggest flaw is probably that he can't catch and shoot. On this play specifically, I mean, he's wide open for three. But again, it doesn't really matter because sometimes he settles for a worse shot here. Like, boom, he's going to pump fake that. Anthony Edwards does a good job just staying in front of him. He's going to, boom, jab, step back, pull up a three with Anthony Edwards in his face and still get it to go. What a big shot here. Down by 4. Momentum was starting to swing in Minnesota's favor. And that might have been the biggest shot of the game right there, if I'm being honest with you. And then down by 1, a little bit of a fast break opportunity here. We got a 4-on-3 situation. Boom. Luka just going to bring it up here. He's going to kick it over to Kyrie. Kyrie is going to swing it to the corner, and then PJ. Just great ball movement, right? You never really want the defense to set up, especially when you're going up against a team like the Minnesota Timberwolves who have such good half-court defense. Just amazing ball movement. Just a good job overall. Last couple of minutes here. Goaltending here on Karl Towns. Very, very close. Would have tied up the game. But ultimately, it did look like it was over the rim. So they did end up calling that back here on this possession. Not really too sure what happened. But here we go. Again, 104-102. Under a minute left to go. We could basically get a dagger in here with the right play. Again, Luka isolation versus Jaden McDaniels. He's going to drive right, step back, fade away mid-range in the outstretched arms of Jaden McDaniels, who I believe made an all-team defense. Maybe not actually. I don't remember. But got it to go. Beautiful shot. And that was one that basically put them away there. I mean, big-time play, big-time game, and a big-time win for the Dallas Mavericks, who steal Game 1 on the road. Can they win Game 2? We'll find out soon.